So we have just seen the release of the new DJI Neo drone. I've covered this in full, so go and check this out at the end of this video. But also over the last few hours, we've just seen some new firmware that I've been personally waiting for and trying to answer a couple of really important questions and some excellent news, especially for the DJI Neo. Let's get into it. So we have just seen a new DJI FLY and firmware update pumped out for both the RC2 and the DJI FLY app on your phone on Android or iOS. So the DJI FLY is version 1.14.0. Now for the DJI RC2, this controller here, this is going to be like the big news for this video. So the DJI RC2, when the DJI Neo was first sent to us as reviewers, we were told that it's probably not going to work with the DJI RC2 and it will only work with the new controller, which is a new DJI N3 controller, a lighter and cheaper version. But I was like, I wish it would work with the RC2. It would be so much more convenient. It means I just have to take one controller with me. I control both of these drones, and it was all a bit up in the air. And then recently it was told that after the drone had been released, there should be a firmware update. And I have been inundated with questions saying, does this drone work with the RC2? Now I know a lot of you guys are picking this up. It's selling out really fast. But if you could just pick this up and buy this as a drone only option, you don't need the N3 controller then, you could fly it with the RC2. So I've been trying to figure this out all afternoon. There's been no firmware for it whatsoever, but recently I have just seen that a firmware update has been released for the RC2 that brings support so you can fly the DJI Neo with the RC2. And it works great. So when you turn your RC2 on after you've updated this firmware, you do need to, once you pick up the DJI Neo as well, go and update this firmware as well. So this will then add support so it can also work with the RC2. So once both of these are updated, then you go onto the RC2, and because this has OcuSync 4 now transmission, there's only 3 drones that support that: the Mini 4 Pro, the Air 3, and now the DJI Neo. So you see this on your screen. And now you can actually fly the DJI Neo with the RC2. A fantastic experience there, no need for any mobile phones or different cables, you just directly fly it with this. And I will go through in a separate video all the different settings and features in relation to the DJI FLY app on the RC2 and the DJI Neo. For now, I just wanted to check that it was actually working, and it does. So you have access to Cine, Normal and Sports mode. You can fly this drone up to 120 meters in height. That is what it is locked at pretty much everywhere around the world. You can't unlock that. It is locked to 120 meters. It has OcuSync 4, so you can actually change that max distance to unlimited, and you can fly, I think it's up to 10 kilometers away. I personally would never ever even attempt to do that with the DJI Neo because it is so small. You need to be really careful when flying this in the winds, but naturally it works just as good as it does on the DJI FLY app on the Mini 4 Pro. It is more of like a restricted in relation to, there's not as many camera settings, you can't do as much with video and photos. It is more like basic in that needs, but it is pretty much exactly the same DJI FLY app that you'll be used to. Now, a question I was also getting, and a lot of people are actually saying this themselves, was that the DJI Neo, it doesn't have return to home, and it does. So it's got return to home, just like the Mini 4 Pro and all the other DJI drones. So when you actually want to activate return to home, you just press on the screen just like you would normally. You get 2 options. Do you want to land or do you want to return to home? So I clicked here. As you can see on the screen, it returns directly back to my position. And you can also change that just like you could before. You can actually change the height of that return to home as well. What I did like when actually having the controller and having these sticks, just like the N3 controller, because this is really small, it does make for some like more fun in relation to like flying it through small gaps. You can see here now just flying it through like this tree here, this gap in the tree. So you can have a lot more creativity and fun with this. Well, you wouldn't want to with the Mini 4 Pro because these propellers are exposed. So fantastic news there, the DJI Neo, yes, it works with the DJI RC2 controller. So if you want to pick this up, I would say maybe just get this, get a couple of extra batteries. That's what you're definitely going to need because the battery life on here, it's a small drone, it's not great in battery life. But yeah, you don't need to get any extra controllers. If you have the RC2, it works with this as well. And talking of controllers, I will cover all this in a different video as well, but there's been more firmware updates as well released today. So the FPV Controller 3, this works now completely with the DJI Neo as well. The Motion Controller 3 works with the DJI Neo, and the DJI Goggles 3 works with the DJI Neo. So it certainly has been a busy day now in relation to actual new product releases, and now actually loads of firmware being pumped out, and I'm sure it will continue as well. So that's it in relation to like the DJI Neo side of it. The Mini 4 Pro, what's this had? Well, this now has support for the new DJI N3 controller as well. So if you actually buy this drone, you've already bought it with the N3 controller, you can actually fly the Mini 4 Pro with the N3 controller as well. Now that's fully supported. And on the Mini 4 Pro, it also says it fixes some known issues. Nobody really knows what they are, but if you have been having some problems with the software, your drone, go and update this and hopefully it's rectified that as well. I think it's been actually working pretty well recently. So I can't really see anything different from the kind of like limited tests that I've done, but I will be actually going through this in a bit more detail as well. Now the actual DJI FLY app on the RC2 or on your phone as well, it's had a bit of a polish, it looks a bit nicer now. So on the actual main home screen now, so you've got all the quick transfer and service and all them things you're used to, but now also on the top of it, you've got this like new Academy as well. So on the front of it now, I can see a DJI Neo beginner's guide with 21 lessons there, there's different photos to explore. So it's a bit more like there's some widgets on this screen. So it actually looks pretty good. So you can go through there and have a look at them as you wish. So a quick video there, excellent news, we can find the DJI Neo with the RC2 now. So go and actually get this updated as soon as you pick up this drone. And the Mini 4 Pro, don't forget, I have got my own cheat sheets book for this. This was completely sold out. It's now available on my website. Go and check that out. It was on pre-order throughout the whole of August. Now it's in stock. I've got all those orders sent out to people, but if you want to go and pick this up while it's still in stock, go and have a look. I'm going to link at the top of the description for this cheat sheet book just for the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So thanks so much for watching. If you've got any more comments or questions, go and have a look on my original video for the DJI Neo. That should hopefully answer all of those for you. If you have any more, just comment on that video as well. Go and check this out now after this video finishes, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.